Have you ever wondered how Docker helps your project run everywhere? Creating your own image by writing a Docker file and running it as a container is the answer. And that's exactly what we are going to do in this video. Let's see how it is. First, Docker needs to know what our application depends on. So we generate a requirements.txt file. This file lists everything our application needs to run. So all the application dependencies are defined here. Next, we create a Docker file. Like I mentioned earlier, you can think of an image as a CD for your application, and the Docker file describes everything needed to run it. One of the most important parts is choosing a base image. Since I'm using Python, we use something that already has Linux and Python installed together instead of installing them separately. You can choose different Python versions and different Linux types from Docker Hub. For example, I'm using Python 3.11 on Alpine Linux, which is small and lightweight. And I explained why that's lightweight in part 3 of the Docker playlist. After that, we create a directory inside the image. For example, I would like to call it app. Then we copy the requirements.txt file into app directory, which I just created. And then install the dependencies like this. Next, we copy all the project files from here to the directory, which I just created. So I'm gonna write copy dot dot. The dot simply means here, everything in this directory, into the image, here, the image app directory. And finally, define the command that starts the app. This is the same command we always use to run Django, but now Docker runs it for us. But the difference is that we are going to add 0.0.0.0 and the port. Port can be different. You can change it, but the zeros, no. It's always zero because it lets all interfaces connect to this. And every kinds of IP that you have can replace with these. Okay, now we still don't have any image. We just prepared something like setup. Before building, I have to create dockerignore to ignore having files that I don't want to have in my image. For building, I have to write docker build tag, let's say WWN, which means web with Nilufar. After tag, you can name your image. Then dot, which means docker file in this directory, there I am. So when I enter this, Docker follows all the steps and image builds like this. Can you remember in the first part of the Docker playlist that I said when we run image, it becomes container? For running the image, we use this command. So that's it. I added codes in the description so you can check it and use it. In the next video, I'll show you how to run Docker by using YAML file.